Hi guys, we're going to do like a bolognese mishmash. It's not going to be the traditional because I haven't got all the ingredients that I should have. But I'm going to knock it together. And now we're looking at the mincemeat, the cheese. I'm going to use a bit of blue cheese instead of the Parmigiano because I haven't got any. We've got the onions, the lardons, chopped tomatoes, garlic, and spaghetti, and lardons, did I mention that? And from the garden, we've got some oregano, thyme, sage, and rosemary, which we'll put in as well. And you see those lovely lemons there, and they're not going into the dish. So we'll get to the pans now. Oh, and we've got the tomato puree there as well. So let's get to the cooking. Okay guys, we're back in the kitchen in BG. This is what I enjoy actually. I've got all the onions chopped up and the celery chopped up. I didn't have any carrots, which you're supposed to put in this recipe. But just to start off, in fact, I'll get the onions in and then we'll do the disclaimer. We're going to put the onions in with the celery, not necessarily. And I'll actually put it on the back heat to get it moving a little bit faster than normal. And now I'll do a disclaimer. This is not the purest bolognese recipe, which I've seen many, and the purest bolognese recipes have celery and carrots, and they don't even have any tomatoes in the recipe. In the true bolognese recipe, but this is not the purest recipe. This is a recipe that's been developed and I think is actually better than the original recipe of the bolognese. Let me just move these around a little bit, because this is high heat. And I think this is actually a better recipe. Having tried all the different things, you're supposed to have the original recipe with tagliatelle. Now, I prefer it with spaghetti. And, many other people do as well. And traditionally in the UK, that's what it is. It's spaghetti. It's spaghetti bolognese, not tagliatelle bolognese. Right? But I understand that it's not the original recipe. Like a lot of Indian recipes, these are recipes which have developed and morphed over time to be different recipes. So here we go. So now I'm going to get the kaima, which is the mincemeat in Bulgaria, which is decent stuff. I'm going to get that in there. And I've got to just keep breaking this up, guys. So forgive me if I just have just gotta keep going here. As the keima is heating up, and it does break up quite well. This, if you watch the other video on the chili con carne, which is quite a similar dish, really. They just go different ways. It's like a curry. You just go different ways at a certain time, but like the initial stages are very, very similar, right? So this is more keima, mincemeat in Bulgarian is going in here, and there's a bit more fat in this one, which isn't a bad thing. So we're just going to carry on and on and on and on, breaking this up. I'll go a bit more on the back heat here. Keep warming this water up. This is going to be for the spaghetti. And I'm going to actually mix up a little bit more other pasta, because I haven't got enough spaghetti. It shouldn't matter. I think it's actually hang on. So this is doing quite well here. Just keep breaking it up, and we're reducing these onions. And celery. The celery is like a star of the show, really, because it keeps giving its aroma, and the water. Now that's breaking up quite nicely. I don't know whether you can see that, but this is breaking up quite nicely. We'll see what we can do next. Right, in the middle there, I'm going to put the lardons, because I kind of forgot about them. But there goes the lardons right in the middle. Little bits of bacon, and they will add to the flavour of the dish. And now we're cooking. Now we are really moving. I'll put that back on the high heat again. And all that fat from the lardons will start to dissolve very, very quickly. I can see it even happening right now. So this is looking good, kids. This is looking beautiful. For the bolognese. This is a little bit different from, the purest bolognese ragu recipes. And like I said before, if you follow them, I've done so. I've gone the purest way with the tagliatelle and everything else. And to be honest with you, I prefer the kind of evolved recipes with the tomatoes than the original. That's just me. And a lot of that's like Chinese food and Indian food, which is developed for the European taste. And there's actually some dishes that don't even exist in China, for India, and they were purely, look at that is doing well. They were purely redesigned for the European taste, and it works. You know, I think I don't know, but don't get me wrong. But like, I think Fu Young was one of them that was developed for the Western taste. But there's a few, you know. Now we're very, very nearly ready here. We want this cackling. We want this. We want this mincemeat to be cackling, to be slightly browning, to go to the next stage, the next level. Now, I had my last long-term relationship was with an African lady from Botswana, and she could do this dish. She was the best. She was the best. And what she used to do is she used to push this meat to the limit till it's absolutely cackling in the pan, browning. And I used to say, you're going to burn that. And she used to just look at me. She used to just look at me and say, what are you trying to tell me? And this is what we're doing here, kids. That's nice. So at this stage, I think I'm debating really on, well, I won't do it yet. I was going to throw the garlic in now, but I don't want to burn it, you know. So we'll just wait a couple of seconds and we'll get this really going. So again, I was a bit short of spaghetti. I thought they had millions of packets of spaghetti, but you didn't have. Spaghetti's going in now. And I just had this lying about really, this, I think it's, just a different type of, wow, look at this, kids. And you can really smell the flavours now. I wish we could have a scratch and sniff video sort of experience, but we don't. But I can tell this is on the verge of being ready to go to the next stage. Yeah, the other pasta I put in there, I think it's macaroni. I don't know. It was just in a jar, lying about somewhere. It's all pasta. And again, at the end of this, I mean, the original bolognese calls for milk, creamy milk at the end of the process, but I'm going to put in some Kisel and Malacca, the Bulgarian yogurt, which I think is a lot better than milk or cream or anything else. in this particular dish, and I've done it many times with the Bulgarian yogurt, and it's beautiful. So there we go, and I'm just going to put in here a little touch of red wine. Bang! Right, and this is developing very nicely now. But you've got to hold on. You don't go to the next stage too quickly. Before this meat and the onions and the celery has reduced properly, you've got to wait. You have to wait. You have to wait. Which we're going to do here, kids. We're nearly there. We are nearly there. Right, at this stage I'm just going to put in a little bit of white pepper. A little bit. I won't be adding any salt, as I tend not to do this with these dishes that go for 2 or 3 days. Right. Right. I think we're about ready now. Just keep putting this pasta on the... Right. I'll just swap them over now and get a pasta going. Right, so this is looking good now. So at this stage, I think we're going to add in a little bit of tomato puree. Splat! And we're going to put the garlic in now. And the other herbs from the garden, straight from the garden. And we'll just wake them up. We'll wake these up and then... Oh yeah. This is going to be good. I can, you know, I've cooked this many times and I know when it's going to be good at this stage. And this is going to be good. And there's about 4 for one person. There's about 4 servings in there. Right. I'm just going to use the high heat again. Oh! I'll use the high heat again to wake everything up properly. Look at that. Look at that. You can see the tomato puree, which I don't even think they have that in the original recipe from Bologna. I might be wrong there, but I know they don't have tomatoes in it. Which, like most people, I think in the UK, you know, think bolognese, spaghetti bolognese is tomato-based dish, which it isn't in the original version. Right, that is looking absolutely fantastic, and I know this is going to turn out fantastic. Right, look at that. That is looking good. So now we're going to go in with the tomatoes, which again I will say is not in the original purest recipe. Look like it's in this one. Wow. And this is ready for that. Okay. I'll just mix that in there. Maybe a little bit more red wine. Boom. Oh yeah. And a little bit of water. Little bit of water. Now at this stage I'm going to switch this off and we're going to come back. We're going to come back to this because I'm going to simmer this now for like half an hour. Okay, see you soon. Right, okay guys, we're back after around about half an hour, 40 minutes. The pasta's done. Now what I'm going to do now is put the yogurt into the mincemeat. I'm going to get this one. I'm going to put a little bit more in. And this in the early days of the bolognese, this was not part of the plan. But now it is. They used to put milk in them days, but like this stuff is absolutely... I'm going to turn this up now. And this adds another dimension to the bolognese sauce. And like in 4 or 5 minutes, that's ready to serve, you know. We'll just mix it in there, heat it up, heat it through. In the meantime, I'll strain the pasta, which is like a mixed pasta now, because I didn't have... Whoa! Chaos. Because I didn't have the spaghetti or the tagliatelle, which you didn't realise. And I'll be stocking up on that now. So there we go there. I'll put a little bit of olive oil in there. I think I will actually. Just a tiny little bit. Boom. A little bit more. Little bit more. Boom. A little bit of salt. And mix it up. And the heat's still on there. Look at that. When that pasta's glistening, it's beautiful. You know? And we can see the bang, boom. And we can see the colour there. It's like, it's going to like an orange rather than a tomato red than it was before, with the addition of the yogurt as opposed to milk. And I can hear this pasta. Right, we're going to turn that off now, the pasta. And this is more or less, as you can see, done. So, I'm going to put some of the pasta in the dish. My beautiful turquoise dish. like so. We've got the mixed spaghetti and the circular pasta. Right, so we're going to turn this off now, and we're done, guys. We're going to put this into the dish over here, and that's it. Beautiful pasta, and my version anyway, or one of them, of bolognese. Hope you enjoyed her. Cheers.